It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down at a yard. Play action. Now it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here. He's across midfield. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Dolphins need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got a man, that's Richie James. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Mahomes' throw on target to James. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught by James. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence. He doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. He's got room at the 30, and he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 51 yards.
He's already got one touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Dolphins are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this returnable for Hill. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Two and now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man downfield is Hill. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 40 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Brought down by Willie Gay. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. They go play fake. Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Mahomes going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Pacheco gets it up the gut, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Complete, the tight end Kelce. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. And that is incomplete here.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And this will be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there, a drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Richie James from 10 yards out. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Miami set to take over. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. This is fielded at the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Mahomes throw here complete to Kelsey. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Second and 1 now from the 21. Now it's Mahomes again. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And Kelsey's going to have a Chiefs first down as he'll get this up to the 45-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Mahomes now on first down. That's complete downfield to James. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And hang on here, we got an injured player, and that is QB Tagovailoa, who's in need of some assistance. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
On any pass that's in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he gets it down to the 32. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's White. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd down, it's White. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Liam Eichenberg, 2nd-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run right side with Mostert, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And again, it's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. A handoff now for Pacheco. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with a football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On 1st down, it's White. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. From the gun, it's Tua. His throw incomplete.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism. But without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The rain compounding issues here for a possible field goal try. They'd love to obviously get closer or even pick up the first down if they can. It's third down. Oh, good move. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 30 yards. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Sanders now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here comes Pacheco. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. KC's offense ready to take over. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Another catch for Valdes-Scantling. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
The Chiefs on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes to throw once more. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. Has his man, that's James. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Mahomes going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kadarius Toney. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. Shifts by him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, staying ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here comes second down. Second down, here's Mostert again.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Now Tua. On third down, here comes Mostert. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Mahomes. Finding Kelsey.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Mahomes to throw it. That's going to be caught by Tony.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Mahomes. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. He's into space past the 25.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
It finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Throwing Tua. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.